A new chapter in Flagler Volleyball's storied history unfolds today as the Skylar Lopez era begins in St. Augustine. The Saints are loaded once again, boasting 3 preseason all-conference picks. Get ready for a busy weekend of volleyball as the Saints host the Flagler Invitational. It's Saints Volleyball on the Peach Belt Conference Network. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Our first broadcast of the year, and glad to have you with us. First up for the Saints, it's the Newberry Wolves out of Newberry, South Carolina. And let's look quickly at the starting lineup for the Wolves. At an outside hitter, a 5'10 freshman, number 3, Kate Brown. At center, a 5'8 senior, number 11, Avery Webb. In the middle, a 6'2 sophomore, number 12, Bailey Hurley. At libero, a 5'6 sophomore, number 18, Kate Morrison. On the right side, a 6'3 senior, number 20, Olivia Diggs. At outside hitter, a 5'11 junior, number 21, Taylor Hall. And on the right side, a 5'11 freshman, number 22, Samantha Schaefer. Starters for head coach Ross Kessler in his 5th year. And the starters for the Flagler College Saints. At outside hitter, a newcomer, number 1, Annie Bart. In the middle, number 7, the senior, Logan Garcia. On the right side, a 6'1 sophomore, number 9, Audrey Simmons. Up front in the middle, a 6'3 sophomore, number 12, Molly Boyd. At outside hitter, a 5'10 sophomore, number 13, Jordan Berglund. And the setter is a 5'11 junior, number 14, Kennedy Muff. The libero for the Saints is number 16, Edie Lamoureux. The Saints are in their home reds, trimmed in gold on the right side of your screen, and the Wolves are in the white over black on the left side. 5 teams here in St. Augustine, including the host Saints. Each team will play 4 matches over these 2 days. A busy weekend of volleyball, as has become tradition here for the Saints. Wolves will have the serve to open things up. Avery Webb does the honors. Out of the back row. And the block put up by the Saints. And that is Audrey Simmons, the newcomer. Simmons, a transfer from St. Anselm College in New Hampshire, and she's grabbed that right side job. And the service goes over to the Saints. This is Lamoureux. Good serve. Lamoureux, arguably the best server on the squad, at least she was a year ago, and there's an error made, a rare error from Kennedy Muff, and it's a side out and a point for the Wolves. Serving for Newberry is number 3, Kate Brown. Good serve. Saints have a bit of trouble handling it. That's Simmons. Big swing, but the wall is put up again. Another block from Simmons. Great start to her Flagler career, and she'll take a seat as Cameron Fenner comes in to serve. Fenner, the sophomore from Jacksonville. She's played 2 seasons as a freshman, of course. The extra season granted to everyone who played during the COVID season of 2020, which was actually played in spring of 2021. So Fenner, more like a junior, even though she's listed in eligibility as a sophomore, and she has trouble handling that one. It's a side out for Newberry. Wolves picked to finish 7th in their league this season. Saints are the favorites again in the Peach Belt Conference. There's Jordan Berglund winding up. Muff goes through the middle this time for Garcia. Some jousting at the net, dumped over by Muff. Another dump, and boy, you learn to love that as a Flagler fan. Kennedy Muff was second in the league in hitting percentage. Think about that. As a setter, she was second in the PVC in hitting percentage because she picks her spots so well and is so adroit at dumping it over when there's a hole in that defense. That's Annie Bart serving, number 1. Annie Bart, a transfer from D1 Binghamton. This is Annie Dillon to the game from nearby Jacksonville. Big swing from Garcia, but it sails wide. Logan Garcia, one of the 3 preseason all-conference picks on the Saints roster, along with Muff and Berglund. Back set for Garcia, goes off speed and puts it down. First kill of the season for Logan Garcia, the senior out of Ocala. What a career she's had. And Garcia will stay in to serve. This is a bit of a departure from a year ago. Garcia didn't do a lot of serving. She often was subbed out. And a service error gives it back to the Wolves. Taylor Hall will serve for the Wolves. Lead at 5-4, and a good one. It clipped the top of the net and falls in for an ace. Skylar Lopez in his first season here in St. Augustine. He was an assistant at the University of Florida, D1 powerhouse. Also was an assistant at the University of Michigan and at the University of North Florida. Overpass, and Molly Boyd swings and puts it down a little bit off-timed, if you will, ill-timed. But Boyd with that length, her 6'3" frame, able to corral it and finish it off. Here's Muff serving. Good serve from Muff, and it'll go down as an ace as the Wolves can't handle it. What can't Kennedy Muff does, she's the best setter in the league. She's won that distinction the last 2 years. Was an honorable mention All-America last year in D2. We mentioned her hitting ability, and she's an excellent server as well. An all-around distributor, and here she gives it up to Berglund, and Berglund finds a soft spot on the defense. Not the typical fastball we see from Jordan, but good location on that one, and the Saints have claimed the lead at 7-6. Good serve. Nice stab out of the back row by Bart. Bart really started that play. Berglund finished it, but it was the great diving stab from Annie Bart. They're excited about having Bart in the rotation along with Berglund and the newcomer Simmons. That one sails wide. A service error gives it back to the Wolves. So a new face in the head coaching chair, and Skylar Lopez. Matt Affolter with an incredible run in his 8 seasons. He's actually here in the building. And that one is a service error, gives it right back to the Saints. Affolter had the highest winning percentage in program history, and that's saying something considering all the success the Saints have enjoyed over the last 20 years or so. A 703 winning percentage. He went 163 and 69 overall. Made the NCAAs in 2016, 2017 when they went all the way to the Elite 8. 2019 and 2021. There was no NCAA tournament in 2020, or the Saints would have gone that year as well. Serving for the Wolves is Webb. Overpass. And it's put down by the middle for the Wolves. Hurley, 6'2" sophomore out of California. Wolves have tied it at 9. That one's out. So you can imagine there's some jitters here, some butterflies, maybe a little over anxious on some of these serves, as we've seen a number of service errors on both sides early on here. This is Lamoureux. Edie solidified herself as the libero a season ago when Carolina Garsko was injured and missed the entire season. Lamoureux did not miss a beat. And the Saints are guilty of 4 touches that time. Wolves are hanging tough. Bart digs another one out. They set it up for Garcia. Kept alive for the moment. But Garcia has another kill. Logan Garcia was a first-team all-conference pick last year, honorable mention all-region. She led the PBC in blocks per set. They go through the middle. Garcia's there with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Fenner serving. Cameron Fenner in to serve. Fenner essentially served as the second setter a year ago. Not that Muff ever gives up that responsibility much. Big swing and a kill for the Wolves. Samantha Schaefer with that one. Another Florida native from Belle Isle on this Newberry roster. This is Morrison, the libero, serving. Bump set for Bart. Lamoureux keeps it alive. And they're going to say the Saints touched it 4 times again. This one is wide. The Saints get it back, and they grab the lead again at 13-12. Into the block it goes. Berglund got that one with a little help from Lopez. Or Garcia, excuse me. Bart serving. Berglund winds up. Defended well by the Wolves. Fenner kept alive by Muff. Free ball for the Wolves. They'll go to the outside, and that is number 21 finishing, Taylor Hall. As we get a substitution and a new server, this will be Annie Dill back into the game. This one just out. Lamoureux read it perfectly. She was right on top of it. And it's another service error for the Wolves. And checking in for Flagler, number 4, Brooke Singleton, another defensive specialist, libero, outstanding server. And she'll have the honors. Fenner sets that one for Berglund, and there's the fastball again. That was a perfect set by Cameron Fenner, and it's nice when you have a second setter on the floor. The Saints and the Wolves are in a timeout. We'll take it too. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the PBC Network. Welcome back to Flagler Gym in St. Augustine, Florida. Glad to have you with us for the Flagler Saints Invitational. 5 teams here. Each will play 4 matches. The days begin at 11, and the last match starts around 7:30. We were a little delayed here as the opening match between Pembroke and Embry-Riddle took longer than expected. Embry-Riddle won that one. The Saints will be back in action about 7:30 against Davenport tonight. All the matches will be streamed here on the PBC network. And Flagler outlasts the Wolves on that one. Now the timeout, a good point for Flagler as they lead at 17-13. Singleton, another good serve. And that one is out of bounds. Singleton to serve. Saints have opened up a 5-point advantage, and it's an ace from Singleton. Beautiful serve. Slicing open the defense, and another timeout called by the Wolves. Will keep it right here. Flagler fans, if you want to support all Flagler athletic teams, join the Saints Club. Visit flaglerathletics.com and click on the Saints Club link for details. We'd like to thank some of the supporters of Flagler Athletics, including Applebee's, Eating Good in the Neighborhood, Academy Bus, We Know the Way, A.D. Davis Construction, builders, developers, and contractors. Bailey Group, no matter where you want to go, we'll help you get there. Ameris Bank, savings for the expected or unexpected, and Atlantic Dodge, proud supporter of Flagler Athletics. Well, we mentioned it's the first match of the Skylar Lopez era. After a quite successful run under Matt Affolter, we just detailed it for you. In fact, each of the last 3 coaches have winning percentages over 600. So Affolter continued a winning tradition, and Coach Lopez hopes to build on what Coach Affolter built. Lopez was very appreciative of the work that Affolter did. He knew his new coach from having done coaching clinics and that type of thing. It was in beach volleyball settings. Another Berglund swing and another kill on a perfect set from Kennedy Muff. Matt Gerard stays on the staff, as does Pete Sproles. Tara Safisky, the all-time assist leader, and another good serve from Singleton. It's another ace, and the Saints are rolling now, up 21-13. Caitlin Posey also on the staff, and Ziva Blackman, who was a star at Florida when Coach Lopez coached there. Another difficult serve to handle, and another errant attack from the Wolves. Well, it took a little bit for the Saints to find their footing, but now they've settled in. Singleton again, an overpass again, and there's Molly Boyd. Puts it down with authority. Singleton to serve. Back set, and that's off the block and out. So Garcia will check back in, but not actually get on the floor. Lamoureux in her place is back in, the libero. And there's another service error for the Wolves. That's 5 so far for Newberry. Muff will do the serving at set point. Off the block and down. And it's Simmons again teaming up with Boyd. I think Simmons got the block. And the Saints win set 1, 25-14. We'll step aside for a break and be back with set number 2 here on the PBC Network. And welcome back to St. Augustine, Florida. Glad to have you with us for the start of the 2022 volleyball season. We don't have a producer today, so we're not able to throw up any stats for you right now. We'll have one at the 7:30 game, but I can tell you the Saints out-hit the Wolves. Flagler hitting a robust 412 in set number 1 to negative 038, excuse me, for Newberry. Leading the way, Jordan Berglund had 4 kills. Molly Boyd and Logan Garcia with 2 apiece. Brown and Hurley had 2 apiece for Newberry. The Saints with 3 aces to 1 for Newberry, as neither team served it particularly well. There were combined 9 service errors, 5 for Newberry, 4 for Flagler. But Flagler got the serving going late with Brooke Singleton getting on a run. And they claimed the first set 25-14. The teams have switched sides. If you've been following Flagler Volleyball or PBC Volleyball the last couple of years, you know, because of COVID in the 2020 season, played in the spring of 2021, the players wore masks on the floor. Then last fall, they stayed on one particular side of the court. Now we're switching as is normal in volleyball. Bump set, and it's a good finish. That's Taylor Hall again, picking up her second kill. The Wolves got off to a good start. They were playing even with Flagler through the first, third or so of that first set. And then Flagler got its serve going and its attack going and kind of settled down. Muff to Simmons, and she buries it. They're really impressed with Simmons, the transfer from St. Anselm in New Hampshire. She's a New Hampshire native, and she has come in and claimed that right side spot. Departed from last year are the Makovic sisters, who have been such a huge part of the success. That one hits a light, and it's a good break for the Wolves. Rachel and Rebecca Makovic are gone. Rachel has transferred to Georgia College, a little closer to home. She was a preseason all-conference pick as well. And there's a back set. Boyd just went off speed with that one. And is that Simmons again? Yes, it was. And it's a side out for the Saints. Victoria Bowerson also departed. Bowerson provided a lot of attack, punch, kind of in a reserve role, but she would come in when the Saints needed an offensive spark the last couple of seasons. Carolina Gardzka, the Czech native, and that is I think the Saints were into the net there. So the Wolves are off to a good start in this set number 2, leading 4-1. Gardzka was injured. She injured herself in the scrimmage right before the season a year ago and did not play a single set. Mackenzie Eves has also departed. So there's certainly some new faces, but some of the old favorites are there, and that one nicely done. Great touch by Simmons. Simmons has had a great start to her Flagler career. Edie Lamoureux will do the serving. Back set. Free ball for Newberry. Tight pass into the net. And a big finish again. Taylor Hall's been a real bright spot for the Wolves, the junior out of McDonough, Georgia. That one clips the top of the net. Garcia tries to go off speed. Stays on Flagler's side, and then a beautifully placed bump. That's Kennedy Muff finishing off that one. Cameron Fenner comes back in, replaces Simmons, and Fenner will do the serving here. That one just out. Gives the serve back to Newberry. This is Olivia Diggs from Titusville, Florida. Overpass, and putting it away is the middle, Hurley. Hurley picks up her third kill on the afternoon. Well, the Wolves leading here by 4. Bouncing back from that first set defeat, 25-14, Flagler in the first. Back set, Garcia, and she's rejected. Kate Brown and Hurley team up on that one. Now 8-3. Better pass this time. Dumped by Muff. Side out Saints. It'll be Annie Bart to serve. Transfer from Binghamton. Last year she started 13 of 18 matches for Binghamton. Had 78 kills, 121 digs, 11 aces. And another throwdown from Muff. She's seeing those holes in the Newberry defense, and the Wolves haven't figured that out. Bump set on the outside. Nice stab by Fenner. Another dig by Fenner. Out of the back row, it's Bart. Berglund winds up and puts it down off the block. Timeout called. Saints have climbed back to within 8-6. And we'll use this time to thank some of the corporate sponsors of Flagler Athletics, included Vested Metals. We are a customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier. UBS Financial, pursue what matters most to you for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. Sniffen and Spellman, PA, a full-service law firm representing clients statewide. The McLeod Firm, Florida personal injury attorneys you can depend on. Taylor and Waldrop, St. Augustine lawyers backed by experience. Sunshine Realty for all your real estate needs, and Stellar Group, taking solutions further. Well, let's look a little bit at this Flagler Saints Invitational. The 5 teams are Flagler, of course, Davenport University, Embry-Riddle from just down the road in Daytona Beach, Newberry College that you're seeing here from South Carolina, and UNC Pembroke. The Braves used to be a PBC member. They moved to Conference Carolinas last year and put up the highest wins total they've had in conference play, finishing second in Conference Carolinas. Flagler has the serve here. It's Bart. Go through the middle, and an efficient play right out of the timeout from the Wolves. That is Hurley. Wolves lead by 3. They have the serve. Tight to the net there, and there's a rejection from Berglund. Saints have done well establishing that middle presence. You'd expect it from Garcia and Molly Boyd, but we've seen blocks from Berglund and Simmons as well.
Serving for the Saints,
and here's Brooks Singleton, who went on that nice run late in set number 1. Pause to get some debris off the floor. And I think they're checking that Flagler's in its proper rotation. Now they've got it sorted out. And here's Singleton's serve. Bump set. Bart digs it out. Berglund with the swing and another finish. Berglund up to 6 kills now. She leads everybody. Hurley with 4 to lead the Wolves. And Hurley gets another swing at it and puts another one down. Or, yes, that was Hurley, number 12. So the Wolves with the side out. Cannon Boyd will do the serving. Overpass, joust at the net, kept alive by Berglund. They'll go quickly through Boyd in the middle, and she finishes. Simmons back in for Fenner. Kennedy Muff with the serve. Not too much for the Saints and Annie Bart to handle. Taylor Hall with that kill. And the Wolves continue to lead the second set. Through the middle it goes. It's Simmons. Wow. Coach Lopez really likes his pins. Those are the outside hitters and the right side, essentially your attackers. And he wants to have 5 players on the floor at any one time that can attack to keep the defense guessing. Bart with the joust. And point to the Saints, who have tied it at 11. Berglund has the honors. That one clips the top of the net and goes out. I know we talk a lot about Kennedy Muff. Two-time consecutive PBC Setter of the Year. Was an honorable mention All-American last year. First team All-Conference for the second consecutive time. Bart take another swing at it, kept alive by Lamoureux out of the back row, and Berglund into the net. Muff has, coming into the match, 2,561 assists. That's 6th most in program history. Assistant coach Tara Savitsky is the all-time leader with 48.55. So Muff still has about 2,300 to go to catch the all-time leader. And to put that in perspective, she had about 1,417 to be exact last year. So it may take her 2 more seasons, and since she's been here since 2019, she'll have to make the decision whether she'll wrap up her academic career and leave a season of eligibility on the table. But as much as she loves to play, it'd be great to see her stick around for that 5th year of competition. Flagler does not have a graduate school, so that has complicated matters for athletes here who want to continue with their eligibility but have wrapped up and graduated academically. Savitsky was able to play more matches per season than Muff has because of COVID, but Savitsky is the all-time leader in assists per set, so those numbers are absolutely legit. And she's a huge asset for the Saints, and in particular the setters like Muff as an assistant. Tied at 14, Fenner will serve. Back set through the middle it goes. And Newberry with another point and a side out. Olivia Diggs with the finish. Diggs with the serve. Tough handle by Bart, but she fights it off, gets it back from the back row and into the net. Two-point advantage for the Wolves, trying to even this at a set apiece. There's a dump from Muff. So effective.
Serving for the Saints, number 1, Bart.
Coach Lopez loves Muff's competitive fire and her commitment to the sport. So she's the first one in the gym setting up the nets for practice. She's the last one here after practice, helping with laundry for the team. And you just see that enthusiasm and energy she plays with, and is the unquestioned leader of this team, the distributor to all those offensive weapons that the Saints possess. This is Webb serving. Good one. It's a service ace for Avery Webb, a senior out of Florence, South Carolina, and a timeout called by the Saints. We'll take it to the Wolves, leading 18-15 down a set. And we'll go back to Flagler Gym here in St. Augustine, Florida, 18-15. The Wolves lead it. Webb serving. Moff through the middle, Garcia. Off the block. Another chance for the Wolves. Back set. Dug out by Bart. Berglund winds up. Bit of a short approach on that one, but Berglund adjusted her swing and puts yet another one down. 7 kills for Berglund. Singleton serving, and it's a service error. Well, there's been some of those, I would say, first match jitters or what have you on both sides. We've seen it manifested mostly in the serve, and there's another service error, this time from the Wolves, and it gives it right back over to Flagler. Kennedy Muff will step to the service line.
Number 14, Kennedy Muff.
Overpass. And I think Berglund was there to put it down. Molly Boyd was in the vicinity as well. And a timeout called by Newberry, clinging to a 1-point lead, 19-18. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the PBC Network. And welcome back. Saints trail by 1. This is Kennedy Muff. And it's an ace just inside the back line.
Muff to serve.
And another ace, 2 consecutive from Muff, and the Saints have grabbed the lead. We saw this in the first set. The Wolves got out to a great start in both sets, but Flagler found its footing in the first one and battled back. Won set 1, 25-14. They lead it here 20-19. Mistimed swing. And now Berglund will try to poke it in, but it's too strong. It's out, and it's a side out for the Wolves. Muff will go to Molly Boyd. Boyd buries it.
Serving for the Saints number 13, Jordan Berglund.
Berglund serves. Tapped over. And now a big finish from Simmons. Was quiet there for a while. She did a little of everything in the first set with the blocks and the kills and the nice defense. Saints by 2. Good swing and a finish. That's Hall. Taylor Hall's put together a nice match. She's up to 4 kills. Hurley has 5 to lead the way for Newberry. Kenny Dill serving. Big swing, and that one is down. That is Cecilia Robert, who's checked into the game. A transfer from Eckerd. They like what she brings to the table. It's just a lot of pins on this roster, so Cecilia Robert getting an opportunity here late in set number 2. Eckerd, a very good volleyball program. Sunshine State Conference. Point for the Wolves. They climb back within 1. Schaefer with the finish there. And there's some moisture on the floor. Talked about all the things that Kennedy Muff does. She's by far the leader in cleaning up the wet spots on the hardwood here. Eckerd, if I'm not mistaken, came into one of Flagler's early season tournaments a year ago and beat the Saints. Saints under Matt Affolter, and I would imagine he did a lot of the scheduling for this tournament as well. The former coach. They like to bring in good competition here. They don't want a cakewalk in the early on. They want to be tested and get themselves ready not only for conference play, but also for postseason play. And Robert with another kill. That one off the block.
It's set point for the Saints.
Set point.
Serving for the Saints, number 8, Cameron Fenner.
And they got Cameron Fenner in to do the serving. That one hits the rafter, and it's a break for the Saints. They win set number 2, 25-22, and lead the match 2 sets to none. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Peach Belt Conference Network. And welcome back. Ready for the start of the third set. The Saints lead at 2-0. They took the first one 25-14 and won the second 25-22. The Saints back on the right side of your screen, again in the dark uniforms. The red and gold over black. The Newberry Wolves are in the white over black on the left side of your screen. And the Saints will try to close this one out in 3 straight here. Newberry hung tough, especially in that second set. Our officials today, and we haven't really had much call to talk about the officials, which is a good thing. Referee number 1 is Jeff Herrick. Referee number 2 is Gil Luttrell. And the Saints with a great start. That's Berglund again. Now up to 8 kills. The Saints hitting 412 through 2 sets to 170 for Newberry. That 170 is a marked improvement in the second set over its first set. Lamoureux serving. Tight set. And into the net. The Wolves go. 2-0.
Lamoureux serving.
And an ace from Lamoureux. That is 8 aces for the Saints. The Wolves have 2. The Saints have committed one more service error, 7-6. Another tough handle on the serve from Lamoureux. This one is just in. It catches the corner. Well placed by the Wolves. But I think they're going to say that the Wolves committed some sort of infraction at the net. And it will be a point for Flagler. 4-0 Saints. That one sails out. Had a lot of cut on that one.
Serving for the Wolves, number 8.
Olsberger, Katie Olsberger serving. Garcia with a big swing, kept alive, good defense. Now Muff bumps it, she's the first touch, so she's not able to set, but well placed by Simmons. And it will be a point for the Wolves. Clean pass this time. Tight set. And Simmons was into the net. Or may have touched it twice. Excuse me, it's a point for the Saints. So Fenner checks in. She'll do the serving with the Saints up 3. Good pass off the block. Muff tracks it down, tries to dump it. Off the block it goes. Now this will be a free ball for Flagler. Muff throws it down, and Muff touched the net. A rare error from Kennedy Muff on the attack. Gives it back to the Wolves. This is Boyd serving. Garcia off speed. Nice touch from the senior. Timeout Newberry. Score 6-3 Saints. And we'll keep it here and thank some more of the sponsors of Flagler Athletics. St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, services unique as life. St. Augustine Record covering the ancient city and St. John's County since 1894. St. Augustine Marina for all your boating and fishing needs. Spartan Orthopedic Institute, sports medicine and robotic surgery. Sonny's, local pitmasters since '68. We don't just serve barbecue, we are barbecue. St. Augustine Inn, Flagler College Athletics official hotel. Salt Life, eat, drink, and be salty. Ray's Tire and Service for all your heavy-duty and commercial vehicle needs. Holmes and Brackle Business Interiors, make space for more. PIP Printing, achieve your marketing goal. Pink Stork, the wellness brand for women. 123 Burger House, grillin' and chillin'. And Northeast Florida Regional Airport, the smart choice for all your air travel needs. Out of the Newberry timeout. Saints lead it 2-0. 6-3 here in the third. And Annie Bart is back into the game to serve. And a whistle just as the ball cleared the net. I think that was a rotation error.
Bart serving.
They're going to count it as an ace for Bart. They're explaining it to Coach Kessler on the Newberry side. And a service error after the ace gives it back to Newberry. Annie Dill checks back in to serve. Went to Bartram Trail High School in nearby Jacksonville. So a bit of a homecoming for Dill. Muff has to track that one down. Berglund goes off speed. Berglund has really been the attacking star today among several standouts. Simmons comes to mind. Muff obviously was hitting 1,000 before that latest service error. Now just 571. And Molly Boyd's hitting 833 with 5 kills on 6 total attacks. And it's an ace for Singleton, who has been the serving stud of this match. Singleton has 3 aces. Muff also with 3 aces. Through the middle it goes, dug out by the Saints. Bump set. Berglund doesn't really get a leap at it, but there's Molly Boyd on the errant pass. Cleans things up in the middle.
Singleton to serve.
(10-4) Saints. Free ball for Flagler. Berglund winds up, and there's the typical Jordan Berglund attack. And another timeout from Newberry. We'll take it to Saints in control, 11-4 here in the third. Out of the Wolves timeout, Brooke Singleton serving. Another good one, but well handled by the Wolves, and then into the wall, Molly Boyd.
Singleton to serve.
Tight to the net again, and here's a swing on the overpass from Flagler. Both teams a little out of sync right there. And that's Schaefer with the finish. Boyd, oh boy. She got one right in her wheelhouse on a perfect set from Muff. And Boyd shows off the power there. Muff serving. And it's another ace for Muff and the Saints. It's her 4th, and it's the Saints' 11th. To just 2 for Newberry. So there's been a few service errors, but it's been more than compensated for by all the aces, and there's a second consecutive one from Kennedy. Checking in is Jordan Norwood, right side from Friendswood, Texas. She'll replace Simmons. Coach Lopez expected to see playing time for just about all 14 of his kids with these 4 matches in 2 days. So far, a somewhat tight rotation.
Serving for the Wolves, numbers 20,
Diggs serving. To the middle. I'm not sure Norwood was ready for that one, but Boyd is ready as the ball came back onto the Flagler side, and Boyd with that 6'3" frame just goes up and smothers it. Berglund back in to serve. And it's another ace for Flagler. Berglund has been outstanding. Preseason all-conference pick, Jordan Berglund, along with Kennedy Muff and Logan Garcia. And that one's into the net. So back over to Newberry. This is Avery Webb. Lamoureux digs it out. Norwood with the swing, and that one is wide. Jordan Norwood trying to find her footing here just into the match. Muff through the middle. Molly Boyd finds an empty spot. Not the speed or the velocity on that one from Boyd, but again, very well placed. The Saints have done a good job of finding the soft spots in the Wolves' defense. Here's Lamoureux. And it's another ace for the Saints. They're up to 14. Wolves will make a change and get number 6 into the game, Sarah Ferrer. Also a Florida kid from Orlando, the Oviedo area. Muff bumps it, Lamoureux bumps it, and hopefully we're back here live with you. We had a bit of a streaming issue. Saints up 22-11, trying to close this one out in straight sets. Brooke Singleton serving for the Saints. And that one dinked over. But it will be a point for the Saints, I believe. That was the indication from our referee, Jeff Herrick, assisted by Gil Wattrell. Overpass from Flagler, joust at the net, and Muff. Strength up there in the middle. Now 23-12.
Serving for the Saints, number 14, Muff.
Norwood checks back in, replacing Sydney Hogan, who slipped into the match while we were dealing with our technical issues. Good finish from Schaefer, who's had a solid match today. Schaefer now with 5 kills. Diggs leads the way with 6. Pretty balanced attack overall for Newberry. Hurley and Hull also have 5. Overpass. And it's an easy opportunity at the net for Hurley, who picks up her 6th kill. So Wolves not ready to call this a match. Amro to Berglund. And no one there in the middle. That might have slipped through the hands of the setter Dill. And it is match point for Flagler. And it's Berglund. Who else would you want to have it? Maybe Muff. They've both been outstanding as usual. Berglund serving for the match. Overpass. And there it is. Put down by Robert. And the Saints win it in straight sets, 25-14, 25-22, and 25-14. A great start to the Skylar Lopez era as he takes over Flagler Volleyball. Well, we'll have more PBC streaming for you of this Saints Invitational. Coming up at about 5, UNC Pembroke and this very Newberry team, Embry-Riddle and Davenport will play scheduled for 3. That's not going to happen. It'll be about half an hour from now. Then at 5, it's Pembroke and Newberry. And at 7:30, Davenport and Flagler wrap up day 1. The Saints win it again in straight sets. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Dave Wenda. This has been Saints Volleyball on the PBC Network.